Hello, another bird here. This video is going to be my entry for a Pick the Blue Whale challenge and a Rake the Whale challenge. So for those of you that aren't familiar, I'm sure 90% of you are, but for those of you that aren't, this is a challenge where you pick a series of locks in escalating difficulty, and the difficulty is as determined by the Lockpickers United belt ranking system. So we go white, yellow, orange, green, and blue. We've got a Bunkerhill laminated Brinks brass master number 575 here, American 1100 series right there, and a Gull S here. Um, yeah, and so I'm going to try to single pin pick them first, and then I'm going to see how far I can get raking them also. In the past, I've only been able to rake up to here and not consistently, so we'll see what happens. So generally, there's a time element. You're trying to see how fast you can do it. And different people I've seen do different flair on it. I've seen people try to pick all the way to black with a single pick. I think Yabo tries to do that. I don't know if he actually got all the way to black. Lockpicking Paul does it with a bunch of different locking mechanisms, which is pretty cool too. And Mr. Inferno, I think, is also holding a challenge right now. I think it's called the Skid Mark Challenge to get all the way up to brown. And you have to get the pin to the shear line. So he's allowed some sort of variations for how you can do that. And then Cease to Do with the raking. That's also for his 10K challenge. So a few variations going on out there. And some of them, I think you can get a patch and you can get some like a star if you finish it in under a certain amount of time. So that's the motivation there. I'm going to be using a wave rake and a low flat hook from Tools Necessary 9 set, a 40 thousandths Turner from their set, a Southern Ordnance Triple Peak Pagoda pick, and a 40 thousandths Ergo Turner from Governed Instruments. And that's what I'm going to use to try to get through them. And I think that's it. Let's, oops, sorry. Let's try to adjust that. There we go. See how it goes. I'm going to switch to the Ergo Turner for this one. This one tends to give me the most trouble, I think. So probably see that now. Nice. That was actually better than usual, I think. There we go. So that is picking the blue whale there. That was actually really decent times for me. That I think that was my fastest run yet. So let's see what we can do raking them. So what I generally tell people that when I'm teaching like lockpicking or teaching people that are brand new to lockpicking is that like raking's nice because it works sometimes, but it's not predictable. It's kind of random. There are people on YouTube that I think would maybe prove me wrong on that. Um, there's definitely people that have developed a lot of skill and technique to it that I have not. And you can see it because they can go a lot further raking locks than I can. We'll see how far I get. Yeah, in the past I've gotten up to this one. I've never been able to rake any of the blue ones. I tried a set of different blue ones to see if I could rake any of them. I tried this one. I tried a Yale Superior or Yale Platinum. I tried a Kennard Dimple, and I tried a 3-pin Medico cam lock, and I wasn't able to rake any of them. So doesn't mean you can't do it, just that I didn't get it. That's all. But we'll see where I get with these. Sometimes I do like to rake locks and then see how far I can get, like single pin picking them, and sort of like rake it to a false set and then pick it, which is like when I'm doing these things and I feel it go into like a false set, it's what I want to do. Um, I know it can be raked. Let's see if we can get it on here. It's being camera shy. Yeah, and I haven't raked enough to really like master some of the technique to it for sure. And there's other tricks too that kind of look like raking, but they're not actually raking, like zipping. It's kind of like a modify. It's like a kinetic attack, really. It's almost like bumping, high-speed bumping kind of tricks. Much easier said than done, I think. Oh, come on. This one will rake open. It's just trying to act tough on camera. It's like, oh no, can't rake me. That's not true. But this one does have the spool pins, and so that's what I'm certainly getting caught up with the raking. And so this is the other two don't really have the security pins, but this one does, and so that's why you start to see raking become such a pain in the butt. I'm going to go to 12 minutes. I'm going to cut it off at 12 minutes. See how far I can get. I really want to get this one because I know it can. Am I going the wrong? Yeah, I'm going the wrong way if I do it that way. I know it will rake. Wow. Come on now. All right, that's 12 minutes. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. This one will rake open. This one will eventually rake open, but my raking skills are not there today. Um, that's all I got. I'll put a link to that to the Rake the Whale challenge, I think, and I'll look for one I think that should be mentioning something about patches, and I'll try to get those in the description. Yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. And thank you all for watching.